Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw News Brief. We're going to try to keep this one brief today. Larson, what's in the news?
So we got Blood and Guts coming up tomorrow evening. And then Chris Jericho did an interview with New York Post about Blood and Guts. But during the course of that interview with New York Post about Blood and Guts, he was asked about the recently released WWE superstars, former superstars, I guess now. And he was asked, were any of them intriguing to AEW? And this was his response, quote, obviously the one name that stands out as established main event heavyweight champion guy is, take a guess, Steve.
Samoa Joe. Yeah.
Samoa Joe. Those guys have 3 months before they can go anywhere, but I'd love to see Joe in an AEW ring at some point. That's another dream match if you want to go there. I think we had one little 3-minute shitty little match on Raw. It was just kind of a throwaway, and I didn't want to do it because I said this is a pay-per-view match, but that's the WWE style. I think Joe and Jericho, Joe and Omega, Joe with Cody, Joe with put name here is a money match.
Oh, I do not want to see Samoa Joe with Cody. That is dangerous to me because Cody he'll win that match, and he probably shouldn't. Anyways, oh yeah, that's great. I mean, dude, who wouldn't want Samoa Joe? That's awesome. I'm glad that Chris Jericho is courting him already. That's great. Bring Joe over, maybe the Iconics even, and I'd be a happy man. Although it'd be kind of fun to see the Iconics in Impact. Not gonna lie, I think they could probably actually use the Iconics even better than AEW could. But yeah, getting back to Samoa Joe, I think that'd be great. Who wouldn't? I mean, it seems like a perfect fit for AEW. Oh, no. They're basically WCW / mid-late aughts TNA. Bring Joe in. You got yourself a major player right there. And dare I say, Larson, a needle mover.
You got that right. Joe is indeed a needle mover. I'd love to see him at AEW. So many dream match scenarios there. But, you know, whether Joe goes to Impact, AEW, New Japan, GCW, doesn't matter. Wherever Joe goes, I will be watching. Because Joe is, what'd you say?
Needle mover.
Needle mover indeed. Let's talk potential more talents going to AEW, or maybe not.
Maybe not.
So late last week, SC Scoops reported that, quote, Tessa Blanchard and husband Daga are in talks to sign with All Elite Wrestling. Negotiations have been ongoing for over a month. One source close to the situation tells us that it is all but a formality until they are signed. But then today, what happened?
Several news outlets are reporting that that's not, in fact, the case. PW Insider states this, quote, AEW has never made an offer to either Blanchard or Daga, nor have there been any conversations about potential creative for them. And then the guy who I actually think is probably most plugged into AEW, Dave Meltzer, he's like best friends with the Young Bucks, basically. He noted on a recent Wrestling Observer Radio, and these transcripts come to you via Wrestle Talk. He said, I do have to make mention before we go that AEW is not negotiating with Tessa Blanchard. I know people keep asking me about this, and in fact, there is nothing to it, so that's the deal. And then, of course, Fightful Select, go check them out, go subscribe. They got a firm no, quote, firm no, when they were asked about talks between AEW and Tessa Blanchard. So, yeah, I mean, it's not seemingly not going to happen.
Seemingly case closed, not going to happen.
What is this SC Scoops on about, man? What are they talking about over there? Remember Scoops.net back as the same people?
I do. I do. Scoops was my number one source for wrestling news in the late 90s, man.
Kane joining DX.
Still waiting for Val Venus and the Hardy Boys to join DX, yeah.
Hardy Boys joining DX every day. I didn't care. I knew it was all made up shit. I didn't care. Just give me your best fantasy booking, Scoops.net.
You got that right. Now let's get to some spoiler territory here for those of you who may watch the show Main Event, not the Main Event of Raw or SmackDown.
Seemingly I should be.
Main Event, because I guess Mustafa Ali, Ricochet got a program going on over there that Ali's been dropping some really good promos on Twitter about. Also, another huge story development going on in Main Event. So spoiler alert. If you don't care about NXT, you can stop watching the video right now. Spoiler alert. So former WWE champion Jinder Mahal made his return to the promotion during last night's taping of Main Event in a win against Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy's on Main Event now, too. So Jinder was joined by former Indus Share member Rinku Singh and WBPC trainee Dilsher Shanky. Seemingly, we got a bit of a faction forming here around the returning Jinder Mahal.
He upgraded from the Bollywood boys to these big dudes. Yeah, I don't know why this wouldn't have been on Jinder Mahal versus Jeff Hardy on Raw, and then you do this. That's kind of cool. That sounds like I should be watching main event instead of Raw. Ricochet versus Mustafa Ali sounds like I should be watching main event instead of Raw. And guess what? Main event, they probably recap Raw really well. Can we just start watching main event, please?
It's on Thursdays, so sure. Thursdays.
What the heck is WWE doing, man? That's rad. Good for him. Hopefully they make a big to-do of it when he comes over to Raw. Main event sounds really cool. Anyways,
yeah, no,
I'm going to check out the latest episode of Main Event, see what I'm missing.
Yeah, good idea.
See what I'm missing. I got time. Anyways, tonight, NXT action. Ooh, Finn Balor, the Print X guy is coming back. Print X. Prinks is coming back to NXT tonight.
Yeah, he returns this Tuesday night. Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon defend NXT Women's Tag Team titles in Street Fight against The Way.
I think The Way has to win this, right? But probably not because Dexter Lumis is lurking about. This has got to be their last chance, though.
You think so? This is what, their third, fourth try at these tag
I think it's
titles?
number 4. I think there was once in the tournament. There have been 2 since then.
Yeah.
This should be stellar. Leon Ruff and Isaiah Swerve Scott looking to settle their rivalry in a Falls Count Anywhere match. That will be great. Not good, great.
Yes, great. And then finally, Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher to square off with.
The grizzled young veterans against Ciampa and Thatcher knobheads.
Soon to be recognized as what?
Very soon to be recognized as number 1. So yeah, that's awesome. Good stuff. We'll be recapping that tomorrow at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We appreciate it. We're going to be doing that on the Twitch, then of course be on the YouTube as well. We're going to be doing that. And then thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate it. Till next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Help support Going In Raw today by becoming a Friendo Club TV member. You'll get access to new bonus episodes every week, including Friendo Club Arcade, Live Power Rank, Vintage 10 for the Wins, and Ask Steven Larson. Get access to Friendo Club TV today by becoming a $5 and up patron at patreon.com/Steven Larson, by throwing us a sub at twitch.tv/Steven Larson, or by clicking join at youtube.com/Steven Larson.